All right, what the deal is? Y'all see my boy Meeba back there? Meeba. Meeba. Come here, fat boy. Come here, fat boy. Hey, boy. Meeba. I'm talking to you, bro. Come here. What you doing, fat boy? What's up, man? What you doing? Yeah, that's my homeboy. That's my road dog. That's little son right there. That little son. Yeah. Micro Buzzy. Woo! All right, bro. This E from the Inside Out. Title of this video right here is gonna be Explain Yourself Before the Blackout. What do I mean by that? I'm putting this version of myself out there, right? Because this version of me has been through a lot, has grown through a lot, has been restricted from a lot, has taken a lot of pain, a lot of strife, a lot of mental games, a lot of spiritual battles, and all of that. A lot of odds stacked against me and all that. And I'm still here. I'm slowly but surely growing into myself, trying to become a better person, be a better me, be the healed version of me, also while progressing in life in certain areas. But I'm making these videos and posting them because there may be a point in time where I black out everything. Friends, family, social media, phone, TV, video games, all of that, eating bad. It might be a time where that is coming very soon. And say any of these videos get traction, or say I stop posting on the channel, and then all of a sudden I come back posting and I look different, sound different, feel different, and be different. There's a different type of vibe about me. Is because I finally went into that blackout mode, and I finally went into that, all right, bro, you feel me? I'm like, hey, it's no games being played. I'm still pretty serious, but there's, certain things going on around me that it's not nothing too crazy right now, but I know if I was a different version of me, I wouldn't accept certain things or wouldn't allow certain things. But I'm cool with it. I'm cool with a lot of different situations, and it's helping me grow and helping me go through the fire even more. And, I'm just really letting my ego go, letting my pride go, and letting the love show, But all I'm saying is, there's nothing wrong with blacking out and just doing you. There's nothing wrong with cutting all access off from everybody around you. Even if you live with people or family, you got to find a way to cut as much access off as possible. Like, you need to wake up earlier, go to the gym, wake up earlier, go get a job, go get a second job, go create outside, go find another hobby. But being in the house, allowing people to have access to you, is one of the worst decisions to do right now, because people take other people for granted. And people like to downplay you, control you, disrespect you, and manipulate you, and they want you to be miserable like them. Hey, bro. Hey. All I'm saying, there may come a time where you have to black out to better yourself physically, to become the person that you want to be, and to finally spend that time with yourself that you've been needing. Like yourself is waiting on you. You're overthinking, you're sad, you're down and depressed because you are not doing for self. You're not doing for you. You're not being loyal to you. You're not showing yourself love. You are not being consistent with you. Like, yeah, eating right is one thing, working out is one thing, but loving yourself is like, there's nothing outside of that. You can eat all you want. You can work out all you want. You can read all you want. You can be book smart all you want. But if you don't show yourself love, you're going to be lost and confused, and that will catch up to you. You'll be lost and confused, and on top of that, you'll be like, I'm this smart, I'm this in shape. Why can't I get this done? Why don't I have this and all of this other stuff? It might be time for that blackout. There's nothing wrong with blacking out. Don't out on people. Don't black out on jobs. Don't black out in relationships. Black out on yourself and for yourself. Shut off everything. Relinquish all access. Cut off all ties. Cut off everything. Make sure nobody has any access to you as much as possible. Now, if you have kids and you have a wife and a family, it's going to be a lot harder to do that, but it's still possible. You can wake up early. You can stay up later. Add a little extra 30 minutes in for you. Add an extra hour in for you. Add an extra 2 hours in for you. And for those 30 minutes, make sure nobody has access to you. For that 1 hour, make sure nobody has access to you. For that 2 hours, make sure nobody has access to you. If you're single and you don't have any children, make it 5 hours, make it 10 hours, make it a couple days where nobody has access to you. Make it 5 days, make it a whole week where nobody has access to you, and watch your life change. Watch your connection with yourself and your connection with God change. Watch your purpose change and get better. Watch you have drive, direction, and passion now. Watch your mental clarity. Watch how you're going to instinctively choose to eat healthier because you are traveling lighter and you want to do light with light. You're not gonna crave sweets. You're not gonna crave soda and alcohol and weed and stuff. You're not gonna crave that stuff. You're not gonna even need it because everything you would get from eating bad and all the endorphins and adrenaline rush and all everything you would get from eating bad and doing drugs and all this other stuff, you'll be doing that naturally because you are starting to rely on self. You're not relying on anything outside of you. You're starting to rely on self and starting to connect with self. The problem is you guys don't spend enough time with you. You're running away from yourself. You're busy watching shows, you're busy hanging with friends, you're busy helping with nieces and nephews, you're busy with your children, you're busy with your spouse, you're busy with work, you're busy with reading, you're busy with going to the gym, you're busy counting calories and cooking and eating right and all that. You're doing all of this shit, making time for everything else but self. And this is why things are terrible right now and everybody is on edge and attention span is zero. You making time for Instagram and social media and TikTok, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, but you're not making time for self. And what I say the title of the video was, you need to explain yourself before the blackout. And the reason, you technically don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And you technically don't have to say shit. You could just black out if you wanted to and cut off all ties. But I would say make an explanation for it so you can know and see where you were at and exactly who you were before the blackout. So when you finally do blackout on everything and cut off everything and you come back, you'll be this newer version of yourself. You're like, damn, that's really how I was. That's really the confirmation of of how far that I came. It's kind of like a time stamp. Like you'll be able to see your milestone, right? You'll be able to go back in time through a video or through a confession to yourself. You'll be able to go back in time and like, hey, damn, I did come far. I did come far. I did do that. I did succeed. I did grow. I did progress. Because a lot of times if you do black out and become better, people around you is not really, if you get too cold, people are going to start hating on you. And you're going to be like, what did I do wrong? If you don't keep nothing into account, you're not going to remember how far you came, or it can get easier to lose sight of your new self. Oh, God. So that's why I say have an explanation before the blackout. Cohiba! Get over here, bruh. Come here. Come here. Have an explanation before the blackout. You don't have to post it. You don't have to put it nowhere, but write something down. Write something down or make a video. Koiba, lay down. Lay down. Write something down or make a video. And if you don't want to post it, leave it strictly for you to watch and you can go back to. You can put it in your notes. You could put it in a journal, a diary. You can make a video, something like that. I'm making a video. All of these videos I'm posting is before the blackout, before I go cut off all access, before I really quantum leap on the physical realm, and which will only make me elevate even more spiritually and mentally. You know what I'm saying? I'm already up there spiritually and mentally for sure. But the physical, once I black out for the physical, everything else is just going to times. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to do it for image. You don't have to do it because somebody else said it. Just do it for self. Do it because to better you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, explanation before the blackout. Oh, God. Have your reasonings. Your reasonings. Your reasons. Have your reasons why so you can remember. Have your reasons why so you can remember your purpose and what you were doing it for. What are you doing all this for? What are you eating better for? What are you getting? What are you healing for? What are you healing from? Are you truly healed? Are you staying away from it because you think that's healing? Or are you truly healed? Like, just because you cut off access and restrict from it and you stay away from it doesn't mean you are healed from that thing or person. Sometimes you got to go back to what caused you that pain and that hurt and see how you are in that situation. And if you still have negative effects and it's affecting you and all that, that means you're not healed and you have more work to do. You got to let go more. You got to travel lighter. But that's for after the blackout. That's for after. When you black out, that means you cut off all ties and all access, and everybody is so, their energy is pulled to everything else but themselves. Everyone's energy is pulled outside to jobs and TV and politics and games, movies, celebrities, people, all of this. Drinking, party, it's just, they pull to everything on the outside of them. Once you cut off all of those ties and harness energy and thoughts and get everything from you on the inside, that's when you can plug back into the matrix and then use the matrix to escape it, or use the matrix to navigate your life and elevate you on the physical plane. But you can't be emptied out on the inside while focus on everything on the outside of you that you can't control. Focus on you and what you can control, and what you can literally make better right now is yourself. By change of mindset right now, change of body right now, change of actions right now. You can make yourself better right now. You're not going to be able to have the job that you want, get the career, the life, whatever, your wife, your husband. You can't get none of that if you don't go within first. You'll probably be able to get it or get a hold of it, but it'll be toxic. You won't be able to keep it. Y'all not going to be able to understand each other. There's going to be arguments because you didn't do the work from within. You didn't do the shadow work. You did everything from the outside. You wanted the image. You wanted the look of it. You wanted the wedding. You didn't want to be a wife. You know what I'm saying? You wanted the image of the business. You wanted the image of having a relationship. You didn't want to be a business owner. You didn't want to be a husband. You didn't want to be a boyfriend. You wanted the image of having a son. You didn't want to be a father. You wanted the image of looking rich. You didn't want to actually be wealthy and be able to buy everything that you have 5 times over. Now that's rich and wealthy. You just want the image. You want to look like somebody rather than actually be somebody from the inside out. You have to be somebody first. You have to be a celebrity first before you can experience the gratitude and gratification on the outside. It's time for the blackout, man. Feel me? And this is why I have the explanation before the blackout. This is why I have it. Because now, no matter how far I become, no matter how far I get, I can always come back to videos like this and see the level that I was at still when I didn't focus on myself 100%. I could see my thought processes, just everything. My goals, my passions, my desires, my views, all of that. I can see that I was still one of them ones. I was still up there when I wasn't my highest self. It's a process. It's a process for sure. But yeah, eat from the inside out, bro. Explanation for the blackout, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's coming soon. I don't know when, but it's coming soon. I'm gonna record these videos, put them up so I can see exactly where I was at before the blackout. And I come back completely different on my grind 100%, on my purpose 100%. Body is where I wanted to be at. Diet where I wanted to be at. Career, life where I wanted to be at. Spouse where I wanted to be at. Everything, bro. Coming soon. But until then, take this journey with me, bro. While I'm sharing my heart with you guys. When I share my brain with you guys, I'm sharing my soul with you guys. It's a journey, and I'm not the only one going through this journey. I'm not the only one on this journey. And I'm not the only one that's been through what I've been through, but I do have a gift from God. I have a gift of intuition and discernment, and I know I've been here before. And I know I have a mission. I know I have a purpose. And I want other chosen ones and other people that's aware. I want you to know that you are not the only one going through what you are going through. You are not the only one that feel like you're on an island. You're not the only one that feels like you don't connect with everybody around you. You're not the only one that feels empty in the classroom. You're not the only one that feels empty at the party. You're not the only one that feels empty around family. You're not the only one that you are the only one that sees the things the way you see them. You're not the only one that barely has anybody to talk to because everybody can't handle your knowledge and your perspective and your views. And they can't talk about it without judging you. But when they want to when they want to vent and put things on you, you don't judge them. But if you was to say similar things or you get personal with them, they going to judge you and tell everybody and tell the family. And then everybody going to misunderstand you because nobody did the inner work and shadow work. Trust me. You ain't the only one out there that got that. There's nobody your age or younger or older that could understand things the way you understand it. You're not the only one out there. And these are the videos who it's for. This is who I'm talking to. Anybody that relates to what I'm saying, that's who I'm talking to. That's why I say have an explanation before the blackout, because we love so hard. Whenever we do something, we put our all into it. And even on the days that we're recovering and we're on E, we're still working hard. We're still working harder than the average person. because we might not be doing anything physically, but we are still fighting mental battles and spiritual battles and getting spiritually attacked, even when we're on E. Empty. So that's why I say you need to have an explanation, because when you finally break out of this loop, when you finally quantum leap, when you're finally in the reality that you dream and envision of, when you finally have all the unity, peace, and financial stability that you've been looking for, and the authentic love and genuine relationships that you've been looking for, when you finally get that, you make videos like this to make sure that you stay humble and you stay grounded. And I don't say humble to mean like to be beneath other people and to be subservient and all. I'm not saying that, but just remember who you are, remember your shadow, remember where you were at, remember where you came from. I'm not saying dwell in the past, but I'm saying just remember, don't ever make fun of nobody for being less than you or having less than you. And they can have more than you in different ways. You just don't see it. Don't think you all high and mighty because you're rich and you're in a better financial place than other people, or you appear to be better financially. You appear to be happy. You appear to be successful and wealthy. And on the inside out, you're not. In your bank account, you're not. Your financial status, you're not. But that's what you're portraying. So just be very careful. That's why I'm saying when people get better, what's actually getting better? When people get rich, who's actually getting richer? What's actually getting rich, and who is benefiting from that? What has actually changed since you got some money in your pocket? What has actually changed since you got followers? What has actually changed since you got clout? That's what I'm saying. Who's really rich? When you elevate and grow and get better from the inside out, everything else around you changes and gets better as well. And 9 times out of 10, the people around you going to downplay you, disrespect you, and attack you even more and try to discredit you even more, even though God sees it. You will literally elevate some shit in front of people's eyes right then and there, and they see everything you did from the ground up, and they will still disrespect you and discredit it. But God sees it all. The Most High sees it all. But this is why I'm saying, if you are in an environment where you are around familiar people and familiar faces, and you elevate and grow, those people are going to try to bring you back to this moment right now. Those people are going to try to bring you back to the person that you once were, to the views that you once had, to the mindset that you once had. And you're going to think, when you elevate, you're going to think that it's a new situation. No, it's the same thing. That's why you make these videos of explanation before your blackout. You make these videos for you, and you make it for documentation. Like, damn, I was that cold back then. I didn't even know I was that cold back then. I was actually speaking a little bit better back then. I actually had a little bit more emotion. I had a little bit more clarity back then. But I'm thinking now, since I got some money, or now since I'm really in tune with myself, I think I'm better than how I was. But really, I'm one and the same, just in that I just elevated certain things and turned down other things. You need an explanation before the blackout so you don't lose yourself again. You don't lose yourself in the ego, because as soon as you start getting better, that's when the ego gets stronger too. The ego gets bigger too. And the more and more you get better, the more you're going to have problems with that ego, bro. That pride, that ego, like, I'm him. Ain't nobody can tell me nothing. I'm him. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? I've been this, I've been that. I did that, I did this. I'm really him. Once your ego is bigger, you become more of a target on a spiritual level and an emotional level, because now you have more things to uphold and you have more responsibilities. You have more accomplishments. You have more appearances. You have more money. You have more clout. You have more status. So now if anybody really talks about you now it's an even bigger problem, and it's going to shift your focus away from yourself, and you're focusing on the outside, and now you're at big ass ego and you all successful and all that shit, and now you went back to the same place and same person before your blackout, or if not worse than the person before your blackout. So now you have these videos to go back to, because if you do the blackout and you elevate yourself in each and every way you wanted to, you cut off everybody and you go back in those same environments as your new self and your new person, You're going to need these videos and notes as a checkpoint and documentation in your life of who you were before you attempted to be the person that you thought you wanted to be. You got to keep this. You got to keep this as documentation, because you think you're doing so much better. You think you got all of this. You think you got all of that. Something happens, and now you are down, sad, depressed, and you're hurt even more because you thought you were the person that you were truly meant to be. And the person who you are truly meant to be is this person right now. The person who you are right now is who you are meant to be. Now you take that, you run with it, and you critique yourself, you fix your flaws, you better yourself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and that will all lead into the financially. The financials. But before you go monk mode, before you black out, before you cut off everybody, you got to have a video of explanation. I'm telling you, because you're going to, if you're not healed and you become better, you're going to start to hate this version of yourself. You're going to start to down this version of yourself. You're going to start to not love this version of yourself. And you have to love all versions of you. You have to love all shadows of you. You have to love all matrices and all realities of you. Because you are you and nobody else is. You have to love all versions of you. You have to heal from all versions of you. So once you are able to come back to this video after you succeed and elevate, you better be able to watch this damn video like, damn, I'm now the person that I wanted to be. But even back then, I was still him. I was still that same person that I wanted to be. I just needed to do this a little bit better. I just needed to stay more consistent on this a little bit more. I just need to do this a little bit more. I just need to be this. But I was still me. And you do this for documentation. You do this so you stay connected to your spirit and your soul. You do this so you stay connected to your inner child. Don't ever think that you're too cold to be depressed. Don't ever think that you're too cold to be down. Don't ever think you're too cold to lose. Don't ever think you're too cold to get humbled by God and the Holy Spirit and the Most High and Mother Nature. Don't ever think you're too cold that nobody is better than you at something. There's always somebody better, because you don't know anything and you don't know everything. Your worst day can be somebody's best day, and your best day can be somebody's worst day. You know what I'm saying? So the intention of you, the mindset of you wanting to get better and you wanting to elevate and all of that, that comes from you thinking you need to become better. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with elevation. But never forget who you are and where you came from and how you were feeling in those moments of needing to elevate. Don't get too big-headed. Don't think, you know what I'm saying? Don't act like, you can act like, but I'm like, don't make it seem like you always had 100% confidence. Don't make it seem like you was always 100% impenetrable. Don't make it seem like you 100% always had all the answers, because you didn't. Be authentic, be truthful. Have authenticity, be genuine. And treat others how you want to be treated. Don't be making fun of nobody, don't be down on nobody, don't be downplaying other people and their situations and all that, because at any second of the day that can be you. And if you you use the system so much, you got all this money, oh no, that can never be me. So now you have ego and pride because of money. Because of materialistic stuff, because of the system. You think because you have money, image, and status that you won't be like that homeless person right there. Universe and God gonna show you real quick. You have to have the mindset and the capacity to be able to be rich, to be able to have that clout, to be able to have that image. And God has to know that he can trust you with that power. With great power comes great responsibility. You treat the owner, the CEO, the janitor, and the customer all the same. You treat everybody all the same. At the same time, you don't always have to allow disrespect to yourself either. But have an explanation before the blackout, because I feel the reason I made this video is because I feel that there may be a blackout for me coming. And I also know a lot of other people are feeling that way. A lot of chosen ones are fed up. A lot of chosen ones are done. A lot of chosen ones are like, hey, I've been put all my cards down, all my eggs out for everybody, and they just cracking my eggs. They stealing them. They taking them. They beating them. And nobody has put no eggs in my basket. And I'm just emptied out, especially with all these files coming out. I've been right about all this shit for years. And people was calling me crazy. And then it came out, and now those people didn't apologize. They're not silent. They not talking. They acting like shit normal. Talking about Super Bowl. Cool. I'm done. Chosen ones are feeling done. We're feeling depleted. Like, we're also like, hey, I'm so happy that I've been right. I don't like the stuff that's going on. I'm not happy that it's real, but I'm happy for me on a conscious level. I've been right. Everybody been trying to manipulate me to say I'm crazy when I'm not. I've been right about everything. Everything and some. You feel me? But a blackout is coming for chosen ones for sure. The empaths are like, deuces. We've been putting our life on a line trying to wake y'all up for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 50 years. Some older people, we've been putting our lives on the line, and we've been restricting ourselves from growing and restricting our lives and restricting what we want to do, because we've been trying to make sure everybody else around us is woken up and they're doing their work and they're, you know what I'm saying? We leading all these people to the water. We're like, hey, we gotta be here for y'all. My mission, God put me here to help y'all. God put me here to serve y'all. But God is calling us to grow and elevate now. God is calling the chosen ones to be like, hey, I have served my purpose. I have served my time with y'all. It's time to focus on me and I. And in return, me focusing on me will only better you guys and you guys' situation. So allow me to do me. I'm no longer overexerting myself and overextending myself for you guys any longer. It's not happening, because it's happened my entire life. So this is why you need this documentation before you do choose to elevate, and you do choose to black out. You do choose to cut off everything and everybody and just go solo dolo mode. I know it's coming for a lot of people, but you must make a video of documentation. Do an explanation before the blackout, because you are already you right now. You are you right now. Don't take this version of yourself for granted and thinking that the new you is so much better than the old you and all that. You need to focus on the reasons why you were this version of yourself in the first place, so you can remember. You can forgive, you can heal, but you need to remember the situations that brought you to this point in time, exactly to this video right here, to this point in time. You need to remember what brought you here, what conversations, what situations, who restricted you, who was abusive, who was making your life harder, how many conversations, how many times, who was closing your third eye, who was closing your chakras, who was causing your nervous system to be imbalanced, who's causing you to be imbalanced, who was rejecting you every time you tried to help and they needed the help, who was doing all of that. And make sure you don't allow new people to come into your life and repeat the same things as the other people did to you in your old version of yourself. Because if here's the thing about the universe, you will experience the same spirit in same situations in a different setting if you don't heal and you don't learn from the universe. That's why you got to set your ego to the side, set your pride to the side, because you always have to remain a student of life, because you don't know anything. You only know what you know. You only know yourself, and you have to know yourself. Now, think about the people that are just have the knowledge of the government and what they've learned in politics and all that, and they don't know themselves. So they don't know themselves, and they don't know the information that they're talking about. But at least me, I know myself. So that gives me better a better advantage when learning information because I can remain a student of life. And I know God. I know myself because I know God, and I know God because I know myself. You got to have this video for the point in time in life that you are right now. It is 12:38, February 9th, Monday, 2026. Just remember who you are and where you are and what you are at this point in time. You've always been that. You've always been one of one. You've always been you. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Don't let nobody take that away from you. Don't let nobody tell you who you are. You've been that and you've been him. Who cares if somebody did more research than you, somebody thinks they're smarter than you, somebody got this and that, somebody got a better car, better house, more financials. It don't matter about none of that. You are you, and you've been him, and you've been that. So don't go into the future and come back to this video and be like, oh, I wasn't that at this point. No. This is a checkpoint of you doing damn near everything that was in your power to help the people around you and help your family and help yourself within helping other people. And this is where you are at right now. So now it's time to black out, detach, and unplug, and cut access from everybody as much as possible, and focus on you. Focus on yourself. God is finally allowing you to do that, and God is instructing you to do that, and it is okay. The time will come for you to help people again, but at this time, we need to be focused on ourselves, especially if you're chosen ones. Focus on you. Focus on yourself. Explanation before the blackout. Last thing, y'all have to realize how important it is to have an explanation and documentation of where you were before you become the version of yourself who you envision in your head and you want to be. Like, your body is right. You've been working out. You've been consistent. You got better financially and all that. You got your wife. You got your husband. You got your kids. You got your family. You got to remember to have a video of documentation of how you were before you had everything you was hoping and manifesting and praying for. You got to make a video of that because you will lose sight of things real fast. And you'll start to resent other situations. You'll start to resent people. You'll start to resent God because you didn't document how you were and who you were and what you were and how you were thinking and envisioning before you got the blessings that you were asking for, before you got the manifestation you was asking for, and you demanded and you allowed. You got to have this documentation to know exactly where you were at. I'm telling you, because you will get everything that you wanted. And all of a sudden you are sad. You get everything that you wanted. All of a sudden you're depressed. You get everything that you wanted. And all of a sudden you're lonely. You get everything that you wanted. All of a sudden something feels empty. Something feels missing. It's because you need authenticity. You need to heal from the inside out. You need to learn from the inside out. You need to love from the inside out. You need to cultivate your inner child from the inside out. Everything that we want to be and everything we want to manifest, everything that we want to have and achieve in life, those are all external things. And guess what? It's external validation for other people so you can look right to other people in the society. So you can look successful to other people in the society. So you can look rich and wealthy and successful, I just said that, to other people in the society. That is not going to, there can be a balance for sure, but that is not going to fill you up. That's not going to fill your cup. There's only so many things you can buy. There's only so many times you can drink, smoke, and party. There's only so many times you can eat and have high quality food and have 5-star restaurant food and experiences. There's only so many nice hotels you can stay at. There's only so many times you can go on vacation, be drinking and mimosas and shit on the beach. It's going to get just like your life now, what you think is mediocre. and normal, that lifestyle is going to become normal. And now you're going to be looking for something else. And this whole time, you were looking for you. This whole time, you were looking for yourself. The whole time, you were looking for the person that's creating your explanation video. That's why you need this thing, to make sure you remember who you are. You are you. And don't let nobody take that from you. And you were always the person that you needed to be. You just needed to change your mind and change the things you were focusing on. You focus on everything from the outside in because that's what we were taught as a child to do. You need to focus from things from the inside out and love yourself from the inside out. You got to heal the inside first, and everything on the outside will get better. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. And that's from the inside out. And why do I repeat myself? Why do I reiterate? Because attention span. People lose thought processes real quick. People lose track real quick. You need an explanation before the blackout. You don't have to explain it to nobody else. You don't have to explain it to people around you. You need to explain it to yourself. You need to have a consultation with yourself. You need to have a video call, FaceTime call with yourself. You need to be talking to yourself, talking to your soul. Because me making these videos with y'all is, in actuality, talking to myself. Ain't nobody here right now. I'm talking to me. I'm having a conversation with myself. But I'm still talking to y'all because I know that's my intention, is for me to talk to myself through me to you guys. Because at the same time I'm giving information to you guys, I'm actually listening to my own downloads and I'm telling y'all. And it's not really my own downloads. It's me that has done the shadow work and is connected to the divine, connect to the Most High, connect to the spirit world, all of that. So have an explanation before the blackout, before the cutoff, before the going silent, so you can remember exactly who you were before you had everything. And so you can come back to these videos to remember that you were missing you. If you got rich, you got famous, you had all the money, and you ended up down, sad, and depressed still, overthinking still, worried about other people still, because you're running away from yourself. You're running away from the mirror. All you need is you. All you need is you in your connection with the Most High. That's all you need. And everything else that you want and you long for comes after you being connected with the Most High. That's the foundation first. You can't have anything outside of that, or else it will be built on a faulty foundation. How are you connected with the government and you trying to build a family? You connected with politics, you trying to build a family. You connected with the feminine only, you trying to build a family. That doesn't work. You connected to materialistic items and financial money, and you trying to build a family. You connected to celebrities and fame, and you trying to build a family. You connected to social media and video games and TikTok and partying and hookup culture, and you trying to build a family. You cannot be connected to those things. You can participate and partake in those things, but at the end of the day, you need to be connected to yourself. You need to be connected to Source. You need to be connected to the Most High, God, and yourself, and that's it. And then everything can build on top of that. Your family, your children, your career, your finances, everything builds on top of that foundation. But people don't have a foundation today. They get attached to the wrong things. They have loyalty in, I forgot which word I was looking for, but they have loyalty to the wrong things. And they wonder why they are miserable, because they don't know themselves and they have not found themselves. And they placed everything on the outside in on their foundation of self. Oh my God. They placed everything on the outside in on their inner foundation. When your inner foundation is supposed to be you. Your inner foundation is supposed to be yourself first. I have the foundation of me. Everything builds on top of me after me. It's not, you don't make a foundation of money, finances, career, friends, all of that, and then find yourself on top of that. No, you got to find yourself first. And that's why you have an explanation before the blackout. Oh, trust, you need that blackout. Do that self-love journey, that self-healing journey, you need that blackout. Deuces.